super broad question on FAQ Friday. What was Jesus like? And you may be thinking, there are so many ways you can approach this question, Roman, but I'm going to approach it as if you were describing one of your friends. Just someone you maybe met, you've been talking to them for a while, just like someone on one of them. And I'm going to describe Jesus the hopefully same way, as best I can. And so in the Bible, it doesn't actually say too much about Jesus' personal life. That it does talk about, though, the Bible, about his siblings, about how he grew up sometimes in his life, his brother, and how he was a carpenter. And that's pretty cool. But one thing that is so important about Jesus that you can't describe your friend as this is that he was 100% God and 100% man. Despite this, he grew up and matured and grew, and what's another word with like grew and mature? Grew in stature? This using grew again, but close enough. He matured and developed, that's a good word, developed as any human would. And this is weird. Well, if he was 100% God, does he not need to do that? No. God, in his ever perfect plan, knew that we would look to Jesus and plan and hope that our lives would look just like his, and that we would find ourselves falling short because we've all sinned and fall short of the glory of God. But Jesus is the perfect example because he does grow and mature. His more significant ministry doesn't actually begin until age 30, and that's important because until then, while he was still doing ministry and evangelizing and sharing the word, he was growing and learning new things. He was learning how to obey his parents good, although he was perfect, but he was learning how to obey other people. He was learning how to share the word more and more skillfully using God's word. And, wait, can he do that? Did he use the Old Testament ever?
That's where whenever his mom found him in the church when he was 12 years old, he was reading the scrolls.
That's why I never knew what the scrolls were, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Wait. What was I gonna say? He grew. Yeah, okay. And he was using the word at this time when he was growing and maturing at this young age. Like when he went and go preach to the Bible scholars or whatever you would call them in the temple at age 12. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. So he was growing and maturing. And if we're going to focus on anything, I want to focus on that. Because we look to Jesus, we see perfection. But what God also wants us to see is the fact that he grew. And he matured as any Christian would. So if you find a season in your life where you're like, man, what? It's like a plateau, man. Like, why are we not going anywhere in my faith? No, God's always moving in your life. And you are growing to grow and be able to share the word better every single day. Just as Jesus was. He was growing and maturing and learning to follow God even better each and every day. So Jesus was just like you and me in that he was human. He was not like you and me in that he was 100% God. But he was like you and me in that he grew and matured. So if you get anything from this, be encouraged because you are growing and maturing in your faith. You're not going to be the A+ Christian right off the bat. No, you're going to grow and mature to live with God one day in glory, but also share that glory with others on earth.